Hello and welcome to the Maine Immunization Program's webinar on managing cold chain. As a Maine Immunization Program provider, you are required to record temperatures on your refrigerator or freezer units that are storing vaccines on a twice daily basis, once in the morning when your practice opens and again in the evening when your practice closes. This is to ensure that cold chain is maintained and that vaccines remain viable. Temperatures must be submitted to the Maine Immunization Program on a monthly basis in order for you to continue ordering vaccines. Today we will be using the Maine Immunization Registry, ImmPact2, to show you how to record your temperatures on a daily basis, how to submit them on a monthly basis, and also how to run a report showing previously recorded temperatures. We're going to begin by logging on to the ImmPact2 registry. You'll want to type in your organization code, your username, and your password, and click the login button. This will bring us to the home page of ImmPact2. You'll notice on the left-hand side there's a blue menu bar with a variety of options. We'll want to go under the inventory header and click on the Manage Cold Chain link. This will bring us to the Manage Cold Storage Unit page. You'll notice on the right-hand side, you can either record temperatures, run a report, add a refrigerator or freezer unit, or edit an existing unit. Under the Cold Storage Unit drop-down, you'll want to click on the unit that you wish to record temperatures for. I've clicked on the freezer, and we'll click on the Record Temperatures button. You'll get a security information warning. You'll want to click Yes. Now we're on the Enter Recorded Temperatures page. You'll have the unit name, the month and the year that we're recording temperatures for, in this case September 2010. Down here you'll notice that there's the date we're recording for. There's a box to check whether your office is closed that day. Remember, you do not need to record temperatures on a day that your office is closed. You have both the open and the close for this particular date. For a freezer unit, the target temperature range is -5 degrees Fahrenheit to +5 degrees Fahrenheit. If your unit goes above 5 degrees Fahrenheit, you would manually type in the temperature that the freezer unit went to in this box under the "too warm." There's a time. ImmPact2 pre-populates the morning time to 9 o'clock and the close time to 5 o'clock. Underneath the user, you'll have the name of the user logged into the system to record temperatures. For this unit, I have pre-populated most of the dates. If we'll scroll down to the bottom, September 2nd, I'm going to choose that the office was closed that day. I'm going to click the Save button if we're recording temperatures on a daily basis. Once I've clicked the Save button, we'll go back to the Manage Cold Storage Unit page, and you'll get a red header saying that the logs have been saved. I'm going to go back into the unit, click on the Record Temperature button. If we scroll down to the bottom again, you'll notice that the previous date had been saved. Again, I'm going to choose that on September 1st that the office was closed. And instead of hitting Save this time, I'm going to hit the Save and Submit button. Save and Submit is what you'll want to use at the end of the month when you're finished recording temperatures for the entire month. You'll notice, however, we received a red warning at the top that says logs have been saved, but incomplete logs have prevented the report from being submitted to the state. This is because we haven't recorded the temperatures for the refrigerator unit yet. You must record all temperatures for all units for the previous month before you can submit to the state. So let's go in and record the temperatures for the refrigerator unit. Again, we'll choose refrigerator. We'll click Record Temperatures. Again, security information warning, you'll always want to choose yes. You'll notice that the unit name is now the refrigerator. We are still recording for the month of September 2010. This page is very similar to the freezer page. However, the exception is the temperatures are now different for the refrigerator unit. You'll have 35 degrees Fahrenheit to 46 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a too cold and there is also a too warm. Again, you'll want to manually type in if your temperatures fall out of range. I have pre-populated most of this. Down on September 2nd, I'll show you what happens if our unit goes too cold. Say on September 2nd, our refrigerator went down to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to click the Save button. Logs have been saved. I'm going to make sure that the refrigerator is chosen. Go back into Record Temperatures. And you'll notice there is now a warning at the top that says Contact Manufacturer. If we scroll down to that day, September 2nd, you'll notice that any date that I have typed in manually, either too cold or too warm, is going to show highlighted in red. The Contact Manufacturer is a link. Anytime your refrigerator or freezer units go out of recommended temperature range, the program requires you to contact the manufacturer to see if those vaccines are still viable. Clicking on that link gives you a list of the manufacturers, their names, their phone numbers, faxes, and email contacts. So if your vaccine falls out of recommended range, we recommend that you contact the manufacturer. Once you have contacted the manufacturer, you must contact the Maine Immunization Program to report your cold chain incident. Also, you need to document this. Down at the bottom of the page, you'll notice cold chain log comments. This is a text box. For any times that your cold chain goes out of range, you'll want to type in the date. I'm going to say that we contacted the manufacturer, that the vaccines are still viable based on the manufacturer's recommendation, that I contacted the Maine Immunization Program, and I'm going to write that I adjusted the temperature on the unit itself. And I'm going to put in my initials. If I click the Save button, this is going to save my comment. It is important that not only you record your temperatures in the ImmPact2 system, but that you also keep a paper copy on the front of the refrigerator and freezer units themselves. This is important in case of a cold chain failure, because if I went and adjusted the thermostat on the refrigerator because the temperature went too low, I want to document that on the paper on the refrigerator. If somebody comes along behind me and sees that the temperature is too low, I don't want them to adjust the thermostat if I have already adjusted the thermostat. It's a good way for people to know that temperatures have already been checked, if something has been done to correct a cold chain incident, so that you don't have multiple people doing actions to counteract what has happened in an incident. I'm going to go back into the refrigerator and record the last day of the month. I'm going to say that the office was closed this day. Because this is the last unit that I have, I'm going to click the Save and Submit button. Now, if we go back into the recorded temperatures, we can see that now the month has changed for recording data for October 2010. So September temperatures have been submitted, so we'll want to cancel out of here. Now I'm going to show you how to run the cold storage report. Click on that link. You can run your temperature logs for as long as your units have been active in the ImmPact2 registry. I'm going to run the report for September for what the temperatures that we just recorded. Click in the from and to dates and click Generate Report. This will generate the reports for both the refrigerator unit. You'll see that entire month of recorded temperatures. Our temperatures that did fall out of range will be highlighted in red. Also, we'll see the freezer report. So the entire month of September's freezer report. To click out of here, click back on the Manage Cold Chain link. I'll show you how to add a refrigerator or freezer unit. Type in the name of the unit that you would like to add. In this case, I'll say Fridge 2. The type is a refrigerator, or you can choose freezer. And the first log date. This is important to remember. This is not the date that you first want to go into the system to log dates. This is the first date that you're recording temperatures for. So if you bought a unit at the beginning of the month, but you're not recording temperatures until mid-month, you'll want to type in that day in the middle of the month and not the beginning. Once you have the date that you'd like to record temperatures on, click the Save button. You'll notice Fridge 2 is now there. We can go into Record Temperatures. And that log for that unit isn't going to start until September 15th. All the days before that will be grayed out, so you will not be required to record temperatures before that start date for the month. I'll cancel out of here. If you want to cancel or delete a unit to no longer record temperatures on, you'll want to edit that unit. In this case, the refrigerator 2, I do not want to record temperatures on this anymore. So I will end this date at the end of the month. I will be required to submit temperatures up to that end date. So before you log this refrigerator unit out of the system, make sure that you go in and you fill and record the temperature dates before you end the unit. In this case, the 15th. If I am going to add a unit on the 15th and then take it out of that system, I will be required before I delete this unit to go in and make sure I fill in a temperature for that date. Click the Delete button. And as you can see, it did require me to go in and enter a temperature for that day. So I'll hit Save, and the logs have now been saved. This concludes our webinar on how to manage cold chain. If you have any questions, please contact the Maine Immunization Program or contact the Maine Immunization Registry ImmPact2 Help Desk. Thank you.